How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about what is next for crypto. We're having a lot of crypto draining off exchanges, and it makes me think that something big is happening in the background. Now, I also want to talk about a couple pieces of news, a couple big buyers of Bitcoin recently, and an update on the Elon Musk Twitter saga that actually relates to crypto. So I want to talk about that as well as a big investment that I made recently and giving you an update on that. So if you guys don't mind hitting the like button and subscribe button, I really appreciate that. It helps out the channel a lot. And let's get into it. So first of all, the crypto market is up a little bit over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin all of a sudden went up about $700, some big purchases. And now, we are pretty much sideways for the last few days. We pushed up a little bit yesterday or the day before, came back down. Everything is blending together a little bit because it is a little bit boring in the market. However, there's still stuff happening behind the scenes. We just saw 30,000 Bitcoin leave Coinbase. And this article makes the case that this is institutional buying, and they're buying for the specific reason of regulation. So you can see here a big drain off exchanges. They say here institutional buys might be the next big narrative again because the executive order did not create any hurdle. And this is an important point to consider, right? We had the executive order. They just said that they wanted to regulate crypto. They didn't want to banish it. They didn't want to regulate it too much, but they just wanted to understand it and help foster innovation safely. So they're saying maybe the large institutions, the ones with a little bit more risk tolerance or a little bit more kahunas, they want to get in before all the other institutions come in. And we've seen the likes of BlackRock come in and buy part of USDC or Circle, I should say, and make large investments in some of the companies behind the scenes. We've seen that from a lot of banks actually are buying some of the picks and shovels plays, some of the companies that are working in crypto. So this is, I think, an important thing to consider, that once there's regulation, especially in the US, there's going to be so many people that want to buy. A lot of the large institutions, pension funds, all the people that are risk averse will want to buy, even though it's a more volatile asset. It's really just regulation that's holding them back now. You can see that we don't have much on exchanges. I mean, take a look here. We have 30,000 that got drained just yesterday, 2.27 million Bitcoin left on exchanges. Now, of course, if the price pumps, people will probably sell off a little bit, but some people will get greedy at the same time and they'll be buying as well. So what we've seen over the last 2 years is just a significant decrease in the overall supply. And I did a video yesterday talking about Elon's plan B, talking about how he could actually buy a ton of Bitcoin and then use that to fund a new company. If you haven't seen that video already, I'll put it up here in the corner so that way you can check it out, but I'll also put it on the end screen so you can watch the rest of the video. Now, speaking about Twitter, I want to talk to you about a stock trading app that I've been using recently. So before we go any further, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite new trading apps, which is moomoo. They allow you to get a lot of information right on one specific stock. You can see here, obviously, you can see quotes. There's news. I get up-to-date news on whatever stock I want to look at. Right now I'm looking at CleanSpark, one of my favorite miners. I can get detailed analysis from short sell analysis and price versus short interest to technical indicators, whether we're overbought, oversold, fundamental indicators. I can take a look at what analysts are saying and the target price of different analysts. And one other thing is you can even take a look at the ETFs that hold it in the percent changes recently, which makes it really easy because all this stuff is in one place. Now, sign up underneath the video. When you sign up and open an account, you get a free stock worth up to $3,500. When you deposit $1 or more, you get another free stock worth up to $3,500. And then if you deposit $2,000 or more, you get 3 extra stocks worth up to $3,500 each. I would highly suggest trying this app out. I really like it. Try it out underneath the video. Now, speaking about Twitter again, Charles Hoskinson said, "Elon, if Twitter rejects your offer, then hit me up. Happy to build a decentralized Twitter." Now, that'd be interesting. Now, some people don't like Charles. Some people love him. If nothing else, he is a good marketer, right? A lot of people are excited about ADA, and he's a smart guy, honestly, right? So him and Elon Musk creating a decentralized Twitter could be quite interesting. I don't know if that's going to happen. Probably not. I don't think Elon responded to this, but I could be wrong. Now, Tera did buy about $5 million worth of Bitcoin. I don't know why they did such a small buy, but maybe it's just because they're going to make more and more small buys. I mean, they need to buy about 1.3 billion more Bitcoin. So at this rate, it would take them, what, 250 days, something like that. So maybe they're just going to say, hey, we're going to buy 5 million for the next 9 months. And that's just going to be what we do. So we don't try to time the market. And that's something I kind of try to do too. Not $5 million buys every day, but I try to DCA over time because it's just easier in the long run to do that than to just buy a large amount at one time because you never know where the market's going to go. And Michael Saylor also said that he is going to continue to buy and hold more Bitcoin. He's just going to continuously buy and hold and buy and hold and buy and hold. Some people have talked about getting yield, and that's something that I talked about in that Twitter video about Elon Musk. There are ways to generate income from your Bitcoin, but if you want it to be as pure a store of wealth and a hedge as possible, then it's probably better to hold if you just want that, as opposed to trying to eke out 4 or 5% extra. Now, I did a video talking about how I spent a lot of money on this crypto investment about 2 weeks ago. It was actually maybe 15, 16 days ago. And I was talking about an NFT that I bought. And this is an Imposter's Genesis Alien NFT. At the time, I described why I was buying it, and it was 1.75 ETH when I bought it. I actually bought for 1.73, but with gas fees and stuff like that, 1.75. Now the floor price is 2.75. Now this was as high as 3.6 yesterday. But even with 2.75 and with a weak floor, you can see 2.75, 2.75, 2.75. But then we have 3.1, and then we're back into the 3.2s pretty soon. So this can change like an ETH in a day. But even with a weak floor, I still have a 57% ETH return. I've gained one full Ethereum in about 2 weeks. And I'm also staking now to get these blood tokens. So how this works is you can stake your imposters. I'm getting 150 blood tokens a day, which at today's price is about $50. I mean, that's a huge return. I mean, that's $18,000 if the token were to hold up, which I don't think it will. They said yesterday, be careful, because they thought bots were just pushing this up. This is an uncapped supply. So this will be quite inflationary. I don't know why people are buying really too much now. You can see the volumes really come down, but you can see $50 a day, that's $18,000 a year. It costs less than $10,000 right now. So pretty good investment so far. I just wanted to give you an update on that. I'll do an update every 2 to 4 weeks maybe, and I know I've talked about it several times now, but maybe I'll just lay off a little bit. But these blood tokens will actually be used to get some different NFTs and to enhance your playing moving forward. There are a variety of different things you can buy with them, but they've spent so much time thinking this through and making a great plan, trying to make it as good a product for the holders and users as possible. I'm really excited about this. You can see that they don't have too many whales either. I mean, they're 10.4 thousand items, but the average is less than 2 of these NFTs per holder, which is cool. And of course, people could have multiple wallets, but that is something that I'm looking at as well. Now, some person could have, a couple hundred. I haven't looked at that too much, but right now the floor price is pretty high, so I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to be more distributed over time. Now, let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Let me know if you think NFTs are a good investment or a bad investment. Oh, one thing that I put on Twitter too, I want to hear your opinion. If you can buy part of one private company, what would it be? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Definitely check out Moomoo, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.